Yeah.
Yeah, right. Whatever, man.
All right, it looks like it is 12 o'clock and we can get started. I'd like to call the City of West Bend January 13th, 2026 Tourism Commission meeting to order. We do have a quorum. We have all members present. I'd like to ask everyone to rise and please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. All right, thank you, everyone, and guests, welcome. Today we will start with the approval of minutes. Can I get a motion for that?
Motion to approve.
A second? Any discussion in reference to the minutes from the November meeting? No discussion? Then we will look for all those in favor.
Aye.
All those opposed? And that motion carries. Thank you. All right, agenda items for consideration for this afternoon. The first item is the financial report. I will open this up for a motion on the financial report. So we can begin discussion.
I'll move to approve the motion, the financial report.
Can we get a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion items. Julie did a great job putting this together. Again, it's where we are at as of the end of 2025. Our books are still not closed out, even though 2025 is over. You look at room tax revenue, 8% room tax with the asterisk. Julie did a great job kind of laying everything out down below with some notes. So that top line item looks like we're short almost $25,000. We, in this financial report, it does not include the fourth quarter room tax collection or the year end. So if you look at it, it might seem a little surprising. It's not. It's just, that's how things happen. That's how things work. It just takes a little bit of time for that. Also, I like to note on that same sheet, undesignated fund balance at this point in time is $587,000. Throughout 2026, we will ask the commission again for some ideas that we can move forward with maybe some of those funds for some possible infrastructure items and things like that within our community. The second page to the report.
Mike, can I ask a question
yes,
quick? Yeah.
sorry.
The fourth quarter room tax that's not in there, is that that's the entire fourth quarter?
Correct.
Okay. But the 550 for the year must include the fourth quarter from 2024?
It only
We're
includes
reporting this cash basis?
2025, right, Julie? Right, it's only
So-
2025. So we should be looking very good for the fourth.
So we'll be well over budget then, and
Yep.
it's probably not 180,000 like, a third of what we've had year to date, but we're gonna be
Correct.
somewhere north of 600?
Yep.
Okay,
And then we just move that always into the undesignated fund
got it.
automatically. So, yeah, those revenues stay with this commission and until designated, for something specific.
Okay.
So, any other questions on that first sheet? Second sheet of the financial report, Julie just basically laid it out. It's the start of our 2026 year. No real surprises on there, things like that. So it's always a challenge. Julie does a great job. It's always a challenge because a lot of times in 2025, we award funds that need to get carried over into 2026 for programs or grants and things like that. So some smart marketing or financial work on Julie's behalf to keep things straight, because I would not. So, any other questions on the financial report? All right, We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? And that motion carries. Thank you. I also should have noted in the packet, we did have the commission operating budget, just in case anyone had any questions in reference to, if they wanted more detailed information. All right. Next item for consideration is the convention center refresh. 2 years ago to this month, the commission received the executive summary of the convention center, hotel convention center idea or project. That was provided by the Hunden Partners Group. I'm not gonna go through that entire study in detail, things like that. We just wanted to bring this topic back up before the commission to see if they had any direction or feedback, or we will just maintain this information as is. We don't have to make a decision today. We don't have to make a decision tomorrow. And financially, we would need some partners to execute this anyway, since some major partners. Up until those partners come forward, I don't know if we could really move forward, but would this commission have any direction, ideas as to that report, what they would want to do with that information? I know most of the common council's heard about it, things like that. Any ideas, thoughts on the topic?
From my perspective, I think it's something that we should definitely keep in the consideration set. I mean, the study basically spelled out the fact that there is a need for an additional or for additional hotel rooms in the city of West Bend or surrounding area. We know that there is a lack of a large venue for events. The closest thing that we have is the Prairie Center, but that's for nonprofits and nonprofit use and West Bend Mutual use only. So I think there is a need there. Does that need outweigh some of the other needs of our community from a budget and priority standpoint? Probably not at this point in time. But I think it's something, and maybe this is something that we work on with community development as well, in terms of as we look at, and I believe that we're going to be embarking on a refresh or update of our master plan. And I'm hoping John Fellows is going to nod his head. And I think that would be the appropriate time to incorporate this type of work in what that master plan, how it would incorporate into the city's master plan. And I think that could then, potentially, spark some of the interest from the outside partners that we would be looking at to make that kind of investment and make that kind of thing come to fruition. I don't think it's anything that this group by itself can tackle, nor do we have the budget to do so, but I think that would be appropriate time to keep this on the radar moving forward.
I think our role was to kind of do the work of getting the study done, and really the taking it from there is in the hands of the city staff and the common council, to me, because again, it's, as we noted when we reviewed it 2 years ago, the outlay would be significant, and the sources of funds seem to be out in the
Outside of city budget.
universe somewhere at this point in time. So, to me, from a tourism commission point of view, we did the homework, we got this in hand, and now it's up to the next levels to pursue it if they choose to.
I mean, one question I would ask our industry representative is given, we just looked at the budget and we saw our room tax is going to far surpass what we had budgeted for this year. I mean, what you're seeing, are we seeing that we are at capacity, near capacity, turning away people beyond capacity within the hotels in the city?
From my perspective, it's not consistent. I mean, when people say we need more hotel rooms, I'm like, I'm not full. So that's confusing to me. I see a need for a conference center. I don't see a need for another hotel. I see a need for the hotels that are existing to upgrade and invest in their own properties. either way, I think conference center is definitely something that this community needs. Weddings and events and all that kind of stuff, and people are very limited as to where they can go. The only big issue is gonna be like the parking issue and that kind of stuff, so. I can understand why you want a hotel attached to that, so that people can just walk to their room, and I get it. But, I mean, I feel like if you really interviewed every hotelier, Quality Inn, Comfort Suites, everybody, they would probably say the same thing, that I'm not at 100% consistently. So
Okay.
the hotel part of that is somewhat of a threat.
Good.
Thank you.
I was just going to comment, I wonder if it's worth having conversations about how we can use the study. You know, like, do we want to empower city staff to get a feeler out? Who's interested in the, you know, who would be interested in being a financial partner, even though, like, you know, no formal commitment, just like, is this something that would be in your interest? Or, you know, I know that there are groups that I've heard, like, you know, not to put them on the spot or anything, but I remember hearing a conversation about the Downtown Business Association saying, like, or saying, our Downtown Association suggesting that maybe, you know, they could hold the type of events they would normally hold outside in the summer in a convention center space, like, I mean, even like a farmer's market or something like that. You know, like, just finding a way to either, whether it's a survey or just, you know, putting it on the radar that, hey, you know, the executive or whomever can talk with partners and see if this is viable or of interest, and how immediate that interest is, because I think that would really inform the urgency by which we would proceed.
All right, great. I appreciate the comments and the thought process. This was one of those topics that was out there. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't just kind of buried, kicked down the road, things like that. The information, I'll be honest with you, I read every page of it again yesterday and today. There's a ton of good information in there, that if there's some interested parties that would like to come forward, I think that's a lot of good information right there. I agree, it's kind of up to a developer to come forward with maybe the specific property, things like that. And long-term, it would be, and it even says it in a study, possibly some major TIF funding and hotel tax and of course, a huge partnership with basically a national name, so. All right. Thank you for that. Again, that was just a discussion item for today. It was just a topic we did not want to forget about, and I appreciate everyone's comments on that. Next item for consideration is the 2026 Spring and Summer Grant Reviews. Before we get into this, I just wanted to let everyone know that Casa Guadalupe did contact us, and they will be withdrawing their grant application. Their board has some specific reasons as to why. That's something I don't want to get into at this point in time, but they are withdrawing their application. So we have 19 remaining applications for a total ask of $58,500. We have $15,000 in our spring, summer grant budget. If anyone from any of those organizations is here and would like to present, or the applications were great. I know Lori and Brianna are here, things like that. There's a ton of information you're already provided. I just want to make sure that if there are any guests here who would like to talk on behalf of their grant or their event, this would be your opportunity. And it is not mandatory. I see Brianna doesn't want to get up, so. I know, we do. I just want to make sure that all of a sudden you provided the application, something changed, there was an update, something you wanted to share, so. All right, that sounds great. So Our agenda takes us to the next item, which would be a move into closed session. Can I get a motion to move into closed session?
So moved.
Can we get a second on that?
Second.
Any discussion? Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we are in closed session, folks. Just give us a couple of minutes. It won't take that long.
Worse things out there, but that one's good for you. Yeah.
Talk about our holiday lights met that had 25 houses. We got 30,000 views. Yeah, she didn't turn her mic on. Can you just go? I'll just go over and tap it. We supported the inaugural Christmas lights. Have we done it in the past?
Yeah, that would have been.
They go well, yeah. I don't have specific numbers, but they were happy with the, okay. Yeah, they were happy with their visitation and profitability. And then Winter on Main is this weekend. We've been helping with the map and the lights. Brandon's helped with the lights just now. Did you get any of them to work? I'll just keep going until we have them all.
Oh, because you gotta put them in those things.
Yeah.
Creating West Bend streets with local perspective.
Reading, what was that? What did you say?
Creating visit West Bend streets with a perspective interviews. You agreed to do that.
Oh,
Streets?
are you talking about the street interviews?
Oh, man on the street interviews.
I'll just-
Yeah, we did
Been
one more.
working on those, yeah.
That's okay, don't let me know. Cause I said, technology stated communication threat of season events. And that's why. So, but these are the stuff that you, this is what you wrapped up on. Holiday lights is what you're doing, oh, these two.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've
now
done
you're
those.
doing
And then moving forward.
Callie's got more of our head stuff.
And then you can just say Discover Wisconsin moving forward.
Thanks. Yeah.
I don't, I mean, well, we have enough for what we supposedly need, but like extras, we might run out before.
The old ones we had already tossed last year. Those batteries are shot. Like, because they sit out in the cold for 2 weeks. And then they, oh, she's been calling it the Chris King the whole time. Baby's perfect. I cannot believe this guy goes through life on purpose. Named
He
Charlie
doesn't-
Brown.
And he looks kind of, like a jock. Like he wouldn't want the Charlie Brown persona. to be
Unless he's
stuck
like
on
really
him.
leaning into it. I mean, if I saw an application for Charlie Brown, I might be more likely to look into it than.
Like
like I said, there are worse people to be named after, Charles Manson, for example.
Sure.
But, but Charlie Brown isn't a winning character, you know? He's not a aspirational character.
No, but who, like, nobody hates Charlie Brown.
Nobody hates, that's true.
The Peanuts already do that enough for us. Like, it's just me
Yeah.
hating Charlie Brown's piling on.
That's true.
Like,
That's true.
he's gone through enough. I also can't get over this guy's haircut.
Yeah.
It's just the opposite of most other people. Like, he only has hair on the top. Like, did he go bald over here, or did he just ask for like the -1 with the razor on the sides?
The inverted horseshoe.
That is so true. That he's got all the hair where people normally don't have.
What if he had? What if it was just like a toupee or something? And like he couldn't afford the rest of it.
Is it actually just a ponytail in there?
Maybe. I've never. They don't have any pictures of him from the back.
Here we go up to the hairline. Yeah, no, it's an irregular hairline, so that's legit.
It's way up
That's
there.
a choice. That's a choice.
One YouTube viewer, it's me.
He's actually.
Oh.
He made it big time.
What's the worst name that you've ever heard besides Charlie Brown? I wouldn't put Charlie Brown even in my top 10 worst names ever.
Really? What kind of people are you meeting?
Oh, I'll share some of them. I know some doozies.
Are they all Concordia and Robies? Or in the,
I'm trying to think if there were any CW folks that I came across names.
The Easter Bunny for being voted in on the ballot.
there's a guy named Easter Bunny.
Well, they just wrote in Easter
Macaulay Culkin at one time changed it, crowdsourced he was like announced he's going to change his middle name and he let the public vote on it.
Did they choose Macaulay Culkin?
Macaulay Culkin. So Macaulay Culkin. Here are my top.
Drake, man.
Yep.
There you go. Here are my top 3 worst in order. Number 3, her name was Carrie Short.
I mean, Short's bad enough, but with Carrie,
And then it was like, this was a college classmate, and it was like, okay, good, sweet Carrie, she's gonna marry, and she married Brian Mary, so her name was Carrie Mary.
still an upgrade.
It was an upgrade, but I was like, that girl deserves better. So that was one. Then I had a Laura Seaman, not spelled the same way, but you know. And
Carrie Short's worse than that.
I think so. I honestly, Carrie Short was the worst I've ever known. Again, not spelled differently, pronounced the same. And then Michael Roch, and legitimately,
Did he go by Mike?
no, he purposely went by Michael, so
Yeah,
that
fair.
was at least, you know.
My friend growing up's aunt's name was Penny Nichols, which isn't like bad.
It's just
but
silly.
It's like it's in the Charlie Brown
It's just
category.
silly.
It's just like, really? They call her 6 Cents.
Oh, and then my other one, I knew a girl whose name was, or is, I guess, or maybe she got married, Andrea Sue Stan, because Sue was a name in the, like a family name, so they really wanted her middle name to be Sue, and I guess they really liked the name Andrea, and their last name was Stan, so her initials were S.
Mine are BRB.
That's just silly.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
You think just as a parent, it's your job to think those through.
Well,
And
some
But then at
parents,
the same time, it's like, oh, it would be hilarious if I did this. Like,
I know, but if
Steve
it's,
Kerr naming his
if
son
it's-
Nick.
yeah, that's true. That one's rough.
Yeah.
I didn't know that one. his name, that has all the sons, the George
George
Foreman.
Foreman, yep.
Amy Schumer almost named her son. No.
Just looking up the worst names in sports, including the Bleacher Report. Coco Crisp,
That's,
but that was a nickname.
Shadow Otrix and kids.
That was on purpose.
Or Meta World Peace.
It's true.
He named himself that.
The Panda's
Okay.
friend.
this is a really weird one, but Amy Schumer was married or is married to a guy with the last name Fisher, and they had chosen Gene. And then this is like not even a, I don't know if it's a foreign name, but, or a family name. Attell, Attell. So his name was going to be Gene Attell.
They did that on purpose.
Well, she didn't end up naming his middle name Attell, but oh no, wait, they named him that and then she changed it after the internet pointed it out to her.
My mic's off. There's a college quarterback named General Booty.
What was it?
General Booty.
The last name is Booty.
Yep.
Oh, they also knew a girl whose last name was Hooker. That's unfortunate as well.
There was a long time ago, the 2012 Olympics, the women's volleyball team had a girl named Destiny Hooker, which is
Straight out
low
the
expectations.
straight out the brothel.
Here, let me find her. She was good too.
Maybe that spurred her Olympic fuel. She was like, I will rise above my
Name.
Oh, it's even spelled kind of non-traditionally.
The tragedy name.
I don't know.
It's a subreddit. It's like tragedy, but it's like TRA.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
exactly. Yep, that's the.
And it's just a whole subreddit of people having named their kids awful spellings.
Yeah.
This is different Destiny. Oh, no, okay. The thumbnail was a different, like a white.
The girl I knew on her jerseys chose her nickname became H2O. I was like, that's two O's, H, you know, rather than putting.
And then you guys, Brandon. Yeah. How loudly?
I'm maxed on my phone. But I mean, that's like what it is now.
Sculpture. Power. rustic wedding venue. Yeah, like La Rock offers weddings, a couple county parks that offer weddings, so I mean, if you wanted to get married in like a nice walk, just go to Deer Falls anyway, like it's just. Yeah.
Yeah, that's, I like it.
You don't like it?
It's not great, but
It's historic.
it is very historic. Used to be a prison for World War II.
What?
And then also is most old Marty Sitka is, I guess. A bunch of bands played there.
Yeah, like big
heard
bands.
that. I heard that roar.
Really?
Yeah.
So what, they house POWs, is that
Yeah.
what you said?
Were the POWs or was it all interned?
Just because it was that, so it was built as like a bandstand, basically. And then they were like, here's a large space, we'll put some prisoners.
I don't know the original history, because obviously Marty Sitka was after that.
Originally built as a people's courthouse. And then it like an dance hall in the 30s.
Can you imagine a dance hall being successful in today's day? I think it would be fun too. Why don't people dance anymore?
They just do it on TikTok.
I know.
It served as a detention center for 350,000 prisoners.
That's such a weird thing, because it's not how, they just like lumped them all together and put them in the room there and.
They just kept them, just released them into Hartford when the war was over.
Yeah, they just-
That's what this says.
They like,
What?
what, are
It
you
says the
serious?
PWs remained and worked in the Hartford area until January 1946. So they all. Maybe they go back. Fight for the head first.
Maybe like they just forced them to live in Hartford while they were there.
I've always had a weird feeling about Hartford.
I feel like my grandpa would have to have a story like that. Like this inherent accent.
Someone was posting on our West Bank, something, social, probably an account now. Cool. If you ever take some notes from Hartford on how you should do it, it was like, calm down.
Or how would you do what?
I don't remember what the subject of the post was, but it was something along the lines of like we were announcing growth or subdivision or something like that line. And then they were like, all this growth is getting unwieldy. You want to see how to manage on balance, go to Hartford, as though Hartford had.
Hartford wants to be West Bend. Like if you ask them, they want to be West
I mean,
Bend.
my backyard literally has a dead end street since almost since we moved in there.
Well, yeah, if they're ready, I'm sure they want to build that out.
Yeah, because the farm is like right behind it basically, but they do not want to sell it.
There's a couple this year too. You gotta wait until a county clerk was interested in selling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the issue. Then I think then the son doesn't want to sell either.
It's always kind of funny when people get like, what do you got on yourselves that mad? It's like, what do you expect them to do? Like, oh, we're getting, like, or they get mad at the city for getting rid of farm. Because they love it so, but
bigger limiting factor a lot of times than money is staff time and effort. If we gave everybody $5,000 paper dollars to them, people would get value from it, but not as much as like even if we like we saw with the Christmas campaign, we do so much, and so you need our message is always expand, need more. I think it's a couple things out there. Well, I mean, they went really well. I did it. They were very happy with it. But they put so much time and effort into that. But that's because some of the other piece, like they're trying. It's a lot of work. So this one, involved. But I think it's good to have structure.
This doesn't include like like fully funded then, so like, could they have just fully funded that?
Yeah.
So maybe it's that one.
You would think. Or 2024. That's really strange. Yeah, like, we're a commission funded by group taxes and taxes. That's the event, then it's the hotel stays. There's not a single fund, maybe chocolates. Not at this scale. But that one every year, they're all over.
I knew some people who are very German, but they were just German.
Yes. It's everything's German fest over there. Yeah. Yes, they brought her around, but I have zero information. She looks like it might be that.
my resistance channels. Tell from the vibe though, it's not good.
How's the Bishop of basketball?
Oh my gosh.
We did play on Friday too.
Yeah. It was actually
Peace.
Sure. Oh, am I in trouble? Okay, let me. All right. At this time, we will reconvene into open session. The next agenda item would be the award of the 2026 Spring and Summer Promotions Grants. First of all, we'd like to thank everyone that did apply for the spring and summer grants. The events and programs that the different organizations within our community host every year really helps make West Bend a destination and a really awesome community. I can tell you, the commission looks at new ideas, marketing, how are these events gonna bring people into our community, overnight stays, hotel rooms, things of that nature. So at this point in time, do we have any motion from any commissioners on this?
Yes, I'd like to move that we move forward with offering grants in the amounts to the organizations as follows. The Art Walk Premier in Auction, $1,000. the Music on Main Block Party, $1,000. The Regner Park Summer Concert Series, $1,000. The Art and Truck Fest, $5,000. The West Bend German Fest, $5,000. And the Sculpture and Savor event, $2,000.
Great, we have a motion. Is there a second?
I will second that.
Any discussion items from the commissioners? With no discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that motion carries. Thank you. Reports this afternoon. Staff reports.
I can go first. Last meeting, we talked about the communications team and Visit West Bend have been working on the holiday lights map. We were soliciting people from the West Bend area to send us pictures of their holiday decorations and then put it on a public-facing map for people to go drive around and see all the displays. In total, in our first year of doing this, we had 25 participating houses, and we got over 30,000 views on the map. So it was well received. People were excited about it. Thank you to our production assistants for helping take some of the pictures of the houses. We'll definitely bring that back next year. We got some requests for a Halloween-themed map, so we will look into that as well in October. We supported the inaugural Chris Kindle Mart Thanksgiving weekend. I think from all accounts it went very well, even with the weather. So I think we're excited to see that continue to grow. And then this weekend upcoming is Winter on Main, starting Friday at 10 a.m. and continuing through Saturday afternoon. So.
And then I just wanted to add, last time I met with the Tourism Commission to present the Discover Wisconsin opportunity. That is moving forward very well. We have nearly all of the money pledged, and I have a meeting scheduled with the Discover Wisconsin rep next week, and I anticipate that that will be a time that we can, now that money is essentially in hand, we can pin down the dates of when the episode will drop, when filming will occur, all of those details will start to take shape soon.
Very good. The only other item I wanted to mention is our next Land Commission meeting is scheduled for May 12th. Everyone should have had that schedule. I think we handed out November or December. If you need the schedule for the year, please let me know. I can send it to you, but May 12th. With that, anything else from any commissioners? Anything to note? All right, we have made it through the agenda. I would like to adjourn the meeting at this point in time. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.